has surpassed my progression in mementos. So now I have to wait till I unlock more places in mementos in order to like finish maxing other people out.
Ah,
Like Futaba.
yeah.
Because I didn't max her out in the first playthrough. And I regret it now because her skills are insane, man.
Really?
Yeah, Futaba is great. Like I think out of all the people that are on your team, Futaba has the best skills.
Okay.
The speech guy, he has like the best overall, all the best skills in my opinion, because you can get more money from the character from the shadows. You can recruit higher level shadows or whatever, and it makes playing through on the first time really easy.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then it makes making better personas way easier as well.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta jump back on there.
Yeah, so if you didn't do the speechwriter guy, you're messing up.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mm,
All right, let me go grab that hot water real quick. I'll be back in a sec. Give me a second.
point.
Take me almost there. Yeah, I don't think one was coming in. I just called him on Discord. He playing pub right now.
Mm.
Yeah, once Pool get back, we can start.
Mm.
Should be quite quick episode.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. What's up?
All right. All right, so this is Military Gaming Podcast, episode 21. It's been a long time.
It has been a minute.
Yeah, well, it's been, what, 5, 6 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
Yep. But, hey, back to regular program. Glad to be back. Tried to do this last week, didn't work out, but hey, let's go ahead and talk about these games. Been slow. Actually been very slow 5 weeks. Yeah, go ahead and get the intros out the way.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Hey, you know what it is? Damon X22 doing my thing,
All right.
What's your
Yeah.
thing?
playing games, man.
Ah,
Yeah, and there's Tony, the host. Go ahead and check us out. Uh, YouTube. We also got a Facebook page. Check us out. Hey, let's get to the first topic. So, I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm gonna put it on the screen. So there was a article that came out, uh, pretty much saying that it's very expensive for gamers. That's on Xbox One and the PS4. I'll go ahead and share that to everybody. So
yep.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I read that.
yeah, it was pretty crazy what they had.
Yeah, the details on it. But
Yes, I'll go ahead and scroll down to the details. So they did it wasn't just about how much you're paying, but it was also saying about who like people who got angry. So the top responses for people that got angry at the game, 31% was my teammates not playing how I needed them to, which is that's probably my number one thing that I get angry about is when I try to get everybody on the team, nobody's communicating. I do get angry a lot. A lot of time that leads to me just shutting off the game. Some people go a little bit further by throwing in controller, breaking in controllers. I'm not that serious. I don't have money to waste like that, so I just turn off the game. Some said online players targeting me, not letting me do what I need to do. That goes to the trolls. You guys remember in the troll days, like Modern Warfare 2, where getting people stuck in the corner, killing your own teammates, like that type of stuff. A lot of times they still do it, and I think zombies is a lot of people that troll. It's funny to look at, not fun to get it done to you.
Oh, definitely not.
Definitely agree.
But that was 29% that said that. 20% said my own mistakes within the game. Which
Dark Souls.
Yeah,
I quit playing games because of Dark Souls.
Wow. Yeah.
I quit playing games because I couldn't get good.
Yeah. I think Bloodborne did that to me, and Neo, where I just stopped playing because I hated those games.
You didn't like Neo either?
Nah.
Neo was great, man.
Nah.
Of
I can't.
that genre of games, Neo is my favorite. It's the only one I ever beat.
Yeah, I don't like those type of games.
Neo,
Definitely not that hard.
It doesn't seem like it's that
you never
hard.
even beat hard Neo. Shut up.
No, I was talking about Bloodborne.
Oh, but you never beat Neo.
I'll beat Neo eventually when I feel like going back to it.
Mm-hmm.
So does any of those describe you? Like, what do you get most angry about?
So the difficulty curve in some games can jump astronomically, and I'm just like for Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, I never beat that because the last boss was just impossible. Like your timing had to be impeccable, and I was just like, I don't have time for this, so I gave up on that. And I think that's the only game I've gotten to the end within the past 6 years that I've gotten to the end of it and just stopped playing because the last boss just got me. Good old Senator linebacker, that guy.
Mm.
It was a good game though.
Well, what about you, Randy?
I normally don't get pissed off at games. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, yeah, I get a little bit annoyed and yeah, I'll yell a little bit, but nothing really triggers me like that.
So what do you say? You like every time you get thinking about getting angry? Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I'd say that.
Wow. So you just gonna do it like that? Wow. I'm gonna just go ahead and stop playing for a little bit.
Wow.
I'd say that's fair. I mostly just get annoyed. I don't get like pissed.
All right. Oh, so Michael just came in.
Yep.
Glad you decided to get off pub.
No.
Still on pub.
Yep.
But
Still on it.
So what we're talking about, there was a survey done. This was in England, just to let you guys know. But the question was, so there's 31% that said that they got angry because my teammates not playing how I need them to. 29% online players targeting me, not letting me do what I need to do. And then 20% said my own mistakes within the game. Which one would describe you?
My teammates, duh. It's pubs.
Yeah, let's blame everybody around me.
See? See, that's me too. I'm the same way. I'm always blaming my teammates. Even if I made a mistake, I always say, nope, my teammates.
Dude, you stole my kill. You're the you stole my kill guy. Oh my god, I can't believe you just stole my kill, man. What up? Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm the type that get mad if somebody, like, we're playing third person shooter and somebody gets in cover. I'm like, hey, why you getting in cover? Get good. I'm that type of person.
Get out of here.
I'm that type of person. I get pissed off.
He's getting in cover says he's trying to camp like a responsible adult.
Wow.
All right.
Actually, I was just thinking about this earlier. I was like, you know, if only my squad. What's the point of playing squads if they're never going to be there for help when I need them to be? I might as well just play solo and not have to play with that freaking disadvantage.
That's the main reason why I hate playing Battlefield, because you're expecting your partner, like, if there's a medic and your medic is nowhere around every time you're like get down, what's the whole point?
Yeah,
like, that really pisses me off.
I'm like, there's just no point in freaking playing like that. People say it's for fun, but I'm like, after a while, it doesn't become fun.
Yeah. All right. So there's another survey. So this is about people losing their temper and how do they respond. So we had 37% that said scream and shout. We had 30% that said they get in an argument with others online, and then we have 23% that said they broken something in rage. Which one would describe you?
None of them. I don't allow things to get that mad. Allow myself to get that mad. At the end of the day, I'm probably just gonna stop playing and play something else, or watch Netflix and chill, or call somebody over and was like, "Hey, yo, you trying to cuddle?"
So you never got angry?
No, I typically don't get upset about things like that, honestly.
Okay. Well, what about you, Randy and Mike?
All right, you can go ahead. Go first.
Oh, I used to get like angry and almost break controllers, almost, but I didn't because they cost money. Nowadays, I'm just like, if I get frustrated, I just put the game up and then I'll come back to it later.
Like a responsible adult that knows these game systems and these controllers cost like $60 a pop. And I'm not spending $60 on a game I want to play, you know?
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Unless I get a sugar mama or something. Shout out to all the older ladies that's looking for a young man to take care of. Holla at me.
What about you, Randy?
No, I'm right there with Long on that one. Like, I don't have the money to be blowing just like throwing things and getting frustrated. If I can't handle it and I'm like legitimately pissed off, and it's usually not just like, oh man, I fucked up, or oh man, they fucked up. It's just like, this game is getting to me right now. Like, I'm just not doing well. It's terrible. Like, I just back out. I just quit the game, play something else, go do something else with my life. Like, just, it ain't worth it.
Right.
So I had a mix of screaming, shouting, getting arguments with others when I used to play competitively on Madden. So I used to scream and shout if like the other person doesn't have a mic, but I also used to get in arguments with them. But it wasn't like fuck your mother or nothing type shit like that. It was more of I'm better than you, or you're cheating, lag switch, whatever. But now, I've come, I used to scream and shout a whole lot about that. But now I've calmed down a whole lot. I don't really get angry. If I do find myself getting angry, I just turn the game off, go watch something, whatever.
Yeah, that's what happened. Well, I would say that's what happens when you become grown, but I mean, there's a lot of grown people that still act a fool.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. Actually, I think more adults get angry than children. Like, I hear more adults than kids.
How butthurt do they get in Rocket League?
Oh, man, how many messages I done got in Rocket League? How many times I got reported because they thought I was cheating?
I mean,
my favorite is when fighting games, like when you lock somebody in a juggle or whatever, and they rage quit, and then they're just like, "Oh, dude, if you're not gonna play the game right, I don't want to play with you." Blah blah blah. I was like, "What do you mean not play the game right?" Get good. Jeez.
Yeah. So this was interesting. They also did a survey of what people have broken, and for me, like 41% said controlling the keyboard, 38% said they broken the headset. Uh, this one, 32% said a TV or computer monitor.
That's
Oh
expensive.
no.
Why would you do
No.
that? I don't know.
Smoking that fucking
I can
dope,
hear
man.
the money just kind of.
Yeah, that is just
How
freaking
many
stupid.
How many jeez. How many people did they survey?
I don't know. I don't see how many they surveyed, but I think that was just dumb.
They surveyed all the rich people. Fucking hell,
Yeah.
ain't nobody gonna have a monitor.
This is
Hell,
Yeah, they surveyed a
So-
prep school, dude.
2,433 British adults age 18 and over. So these not even kids. These are
Oh my
adults.
gosh. They all have
Jeez.
problems. They have
Nah,
anger
because if it was a
issues.
kid, 100% of those 32% got their ass whooped.
Jesus.
So the game disc 14%. I actually thought that would be more. I think that's probably the only thing I would break is the disc. Like that's the
Oh,
closest.
okay.
That's the closest I would get to breaking something.
One thing I did do was I was playing Dishonored 2 and I got stuck on a certain spot and like I just kept doing over and over again and the guards kept finding me and I know I can just go in and kill everything, but I was going for a stealth mode. So instead of being an adult about it, I just deleted all my saved data on it or whatever. I'm like, never playing this game again. And then, like
Wow.
5 minutes afterwards, I was like, shit.
Yeah, you didn't think that shit through, did you?
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm not breaking anything, but fuck this game. And I was like,
Mistakes were made.
God damn it.
And this was funny. A chair, but it's 9%. Like, damn, that's some terrible rage. You picking up a chair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
and
know
when I
who
think
does that.
chair, I'm thinking of a computer chair, and those
Yeah.
things aren't cheap either.
Hell no.
Nope. Especially if it's a DX racer. That stuff.
But I don't know if anybody else has played with British people, but they are the most racist guys I've ever played with. Back in the Halo 2 and 3 days, oh my god, you would not know how many times like I got called the N-word, monkey, like all types of names.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
sounds
think-
about
I
right.
don't think they're really racist. I think their culture is just like it's way more acceptable for them to say shit like that.
I guess
I'd
you
agree.
I guess you could say that. I can agree with that.
Because like not like every British dude I know, like, oh dude, I love black women. Like, and I just think it's because I'm black, they have to tell me that they love black women or whatever. But I truly believe, like, yo, they out there searching and hunting for black women, like, yo, girl, let me get that booty, dog. I ain't never had a fat ass in my life. Come here, girl.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that in Italy too, so it might be a European
Mm.
thing.
Yeah,
They-
it's just weird. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't call them racist though.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there aren't any races in that culture or whatever, but
An
eh,
overly aggressive young population.
Mm.
I could say that. Yeah,
All right. So the last
I've gotten
question.
upset and called a bunch of people honkies online, but that's about it. Black, white, Hispanic, anything, fucking honkies.
Mm. So the last question that was asked was, what did you do after you had your outburst to gaming? 51% said they turned off the game, returned to after calming down. 34% said they took a break from gaming up to a few days, and 15% said they chose a different game to play. Which
Yeah.
one would you describe you?
Different game.
Different game.
Yeah, because you have some of those games that you're hardcore into. Like,
Mhm.
say you're playing Persona 5 and you're playing like Next Machina on the side, just as like casually, you know.
Yeah.
So, by the way, Next Machina is pretty fucking good. I enjoy it.
Uh,
Yeah.
ASX.
No, Next Machina. It's a twin stick like bullet hell type game.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's like $15 on PS 4.
$15. 15 whole dollars.
$15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. Nang 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 nang.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, about that.
Appreciate you.
At least Pool said it, and that's the hard part for me.
All right. So the next day, has anybody watched the Evil Within 2 trailer?
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I
Yeah,
didn't
me
beat
too.
the first one because the game was way too hard and I couldn't get good. But
What?
so every time I would play it, I'd run out of ammo and I just restart. I'm like, I'm not that far into the game. I'll just restart. But then I'll
Why?
get back to the same spot and run out of ammo again. I was like, this game.
That's kind of the point, man. Like you have low ammo in specific points to increase the tension.
But when
if
you
you
shoot
know you're
somebody
gonna
in the
have
head
low
and they
ammo.
don't die, that's extremely frustrating.
I'm not gonna lie, it is frustrating, but you gotta work around it, man.
That honestly, that was the reason why I didn't finish that game, because the same thing. You know, I kind of liked it because it gave me that Last of Us feeling to it,
Yeah.
where you was limited in certain areas. So actually, I might need to just go ahead and finish that game. It was
did
good
watch
for
the
what it
Rad.
was.
I did watch the Rad Brad play it all the way through, and it's a phenomenal game. I really enjoyed watching it or whatever. It freaked me out, like, and I fell asleep watching it one day, and I woke up and there was just this grotesque thing on my screen, and I was like, oh my god, what am I watching?
Yeah, if anybody
It's a good game.
paying attention, it's on the stream also. But yeah,
I highly
I'm
recommend checking it out, man.
yeah,
Or
I'm
finishing it up.
yeah. Before I get this game, I am going to get it. I'm gonna finish Evil Within 1, just in case it ties with it. It never explained if it's
it
going to tie.
definitely has to tie with it. The way that it ended, there's no way in hell that the second one can't tie into it. Like you have no idea what's going on, especially if you haven't even gotten like halfway through the game. Like you don't even have a clue, like not even an inkling. Like I didn't even realize some of the stuff until I got pretty much until the end. I was like, oh shit, really? Like that's what's been going on the whole time? Like, oh fuck. Like I kind of thought a little bit like along those lines, but I was still thrown for a loop. Like, man, it's really good. It's a good thriller.
The whole time I was like, man, he about to spoil something.
No, I ain't gonna spoil nothing.
I have no faith in him.
Oh, so also this game is coming out Friday the 13th in October. I thought that was pretty interesting.
That's
I
good
thought it
luck.
was already out.
Evil Within 2?
Yeah,
Friday the 13th.
yeah, October 13th.
Or October. Oh, you talk. Okay, never mind. Wow.
No,
Okay,
not the
Friday
game
13th.
Friday the 13th. I'm talking about
What the?
the
All right,
release
yeah.
date of this game.
Yeah, I'm tracking.
Honestly, I think, does anybody even have Friday the 13th?
I thought about getting it, but instead next month I'm gonna start playing Dead by Daylight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the way that it was broken down, I've watched a couple reviews and just like, internet comments. It seems like Friday the 13th is a lot. Not that it's less optimized, but like it's not as good as Dead by Daylight. Like the level of fear is just not there. Like so.
I think
There's
it's
a lot
more
of,
of a nostalgia than anything.
I mean that, and there's actual like content in it to like make you feel like, hey, I'm getting better. I can do better. Like the more that I play it, you know what I mean? Like it's like on some like Destiny shit. Like the more you play, like the more stuff you'll get eventually over time. Blah blah blah. But it's just like it's very clunky. It's kind of broken. If your teammates are crap, you're gonna suffer. And if your teammates are really good and you guys are communicating, then you're just gonna run fucking Jason under the water, like literally.
But
Have you guys seen the process to kill Jason? You know what you have to do?
It's super convoluted, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's practically impossible.
Yeah, you pretty
Well,
much just can slow him down until he teleports to you.
Yeah. That's not even a fun game. That's not.
There's an actual process to defeat Jason.
Yeah.
It's like, so like how like in the original, like the not TV show but the movies, like how like his mom calmed him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you can actually find her outfit in the game.
Okay.
And use that. So like it's kind of
appreciate the spoiler.
Well, that's the thing. Honestly, unless you look it up, or like, there's really no way.
There's no way you're gonna know unless like you look in.
It involves someone like it's situational stuff that just you don't chance buy to get all this stuff, and then it's just not realistic. Or not even that's not realistic. It's just not possible. I guess is the right way of saying it. Not in a normal game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder: am I even really playing a game? Like you can run from him if you have a car, or you can kill him. If you have the car,
I mean, well, if you're in a car, you wouldn't be really running from him. You'd be driving from him. So,
thanks for that.
Yeah. Well, either you drive away from him, but the process to drive is you got to find how to fix the car. You got to find the keys to the car. You got to find have the fact that the car even exists in that iteration of the game.
I think.
Yeah, I hear there's like a secret mission where if you're playing as a female character and you go in the bathroom, you can just pull out a bloody tampon and chase Jason around with it.
What the hell type of sideways ass shit is that?
He's like, yeah, he's still a man. They're grossed out by women, right?
Yep.
I ain't never heard no shit like that.
It's not a thing.
Yeah, he just
made
made it up.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. The what I was watching, the most thing I would be pissed off is when the host is about to die and then they just rage quit and it just
wow.
There's no host migration at all. So if the host like quits, like it starts everyone exits out of the match. And I think that would piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
Yo, Yusei's Awakening is insane. That's the coolest one so far. What's on a 5?
Yeah, no, I'm tracking.
Yeah. I just unlocked all of Yusei's paths.
Man, you done put in some work in that game. All right, my bad.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right, so anybody watch the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer?
Yes!
I ain't even saying nothing, man. We're all kids.
I know. I think I'm the only one that's not a fan.
Tracking it, like I'm always like, fuck that game. Until they get a release, they fuck that game. And then I saw that, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait.
Yeah.
This game looks so good.
Until they give me a release date, and I was like, all right, I'll settle for a release year. And I immediately let everything go.
It's going to be December 31st, 2018.
I would fight puppies.
I would be very unhappy if that was the case. Very, very unhappy.
I wouldn't be that unhappy. I'd still play the fuck out of it.
Oh, yeah, I would too, but I'd be very like, come on.
I need it.
So it said release it in 2018. You guys think that's true?
If it doesn't release in 2018, I'm not gonna do anything but probably cry.
Yeah, I'm still gonna wait for it to come out and then I'll play it then.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna release in 2018.
So I've still have not. Well, I've played a little bit of 2.8 and I've installed 1.5 and 2.5 remix. I still have not actually beaten the Kingdom Hearts.
Honestly, if I were you, I'd just watch 1.5 and play 2.5 because 1.5 the gameplay is kind of a pain,
Dated.
dude.
You can tell it's
It's
dated.
extremely dated, man. But Kingdom Hearts 2 definitely still holds up. The combat is still enjoyable, but it was a chore in Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
Okay. I guess we'll see. I got that and Nier Automata. Those my top two games. I've been I don't know. I've been like just going back playing older games like Crash Bandicoot, Grand Theft Auto.
Am I the only one as a child that was never really into Crash Bandicoot?
No, I really wasn't into it, but I appreciate it for what it was.
I mean, that was my shit back in the day. That was my platformer.
Oh yeah.
But it does feel outdated because it's Crash Bandicoot 1. I haven't played 2 and 3. I haven't tried to play those yet. But Crash.
So I did hear that the first one it still feels kind of dated, but the second two feel great.
Yeah, okay, it was hard. Crash 1 was pretty hard. I did not realize how hard that game was.
Yeah, so am I.
Oh, okay.
What? What?
I don't know where that came from.
What?
Yeah,
Pineapples.
All right.
Yep. All right. So is there any other platform that's coming out besides Cuphead?
Whatever happened to ukulele? Did the ukulele
that game?
bad?
We don't talk about that game. How about that?
I thought that was gonna be the next big thing.
They tried. It was riddled with a bunch of issues.
I don't even remember watching a review or anything for that, honestly.
Me either.
Hey, isn't there a PS4 game called like Matterfall or some shit? Mattermost, some bullshit.
I never heard of it.
Matterhorn?
All right. So since we're talking about games, which this one is coming out 2017, I want to know what is you guys' top 5 games for the rest of this year? Just this year. If there even is a top 5.
I
don't have one. Like that. I read that question. Was like, I really don't know.
So there's not one game you're looking forward to.
Not for this year. Not for the rest of the year. Like, all the.
No.
After doing some intensive research, I've determined that Assassin's Creed Origins is definitely one of them.
Is that 2017 game?
Huh?
Yeah, I definitely want to play that.
Well, I do, but I didn't realize that was a 2017 game. I thought it was going to come out next year or something.
That's coming out August.
That's so quick.
Forza 7.
They pushed it to October.
Oh, is it October now? Okay.
Yeah.
South Park: The Fractured But Whole.
I still haven't beat the first one.
I didn't beat the first one either. I just kind of
I did.
somebody play.
It was dope. I just feel like there wasn't a lot of like post-game content, and that was kind of disappointing.
Hey, Kiwi Pineapple, that was an awkward silence though.
Yeah.
I'm reading the chat. We got Kiwi Pineapple in the chat. Shout out to him.
All right, so Assassin's Creed, Middle Earth, Shadow of War, which is also.
Oh, yep, Shadow of War, number 1, whatever.
Yeah,
don't care about anything else. Shadow of fucking War.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, well,
wow.
Shadow of War. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. But yeah, that Evil Within, obviously. The Uncharted, The Lost Legacy. I don't know if that counts as a game or is that just DLC.
Y'all know Gucci Mane coming out with a new game too. East Atlanta Santa.
What?
Trapping through the snow.
Yeah, not playing that game. But yeah, Uncharted, is that the Lost Legacy? Is that going to be counted as DLC or an actual game?
So I counted it as my actual game. That was in my top 5.
All right.
Because it's not DLC really, because it's not coming with the game. It's separate.
Okay. All right. Well, those are the top 4. Everything else is just kind of whatever. Star Wars Battlefront, Destiny 2,
whatever.
Wolfenstein, Super Mario Odyssey.
So
Life is Strange.
So before you just let me get my top 5 before you just name out every game.
Oh my bad.
So I got Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, Middle Earth, Shadow of War, Assassin's Creed Origins, Cuphead, and I have Hellblade, which I'm
What?
really
Oh
looking
yeah, I
forward.
forgot about that.
I'm looking forward to that.
What is Hellblade?
So they what's the first one they that was on PS3 they made?
Oh man, I forgot.
I have to look it
Can't
up.
think of the name.
Cause that was I like the first game that they made.
What was it? Not Heavenly Sword. No, that wasn't it.
No, it wasn't
No.
Heavenly Sword. Hold on.
Mark of Creed? No. No, it's PS2. I'm
Devil May Cry.
No, it was by
PS-
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. I might have played it, but I
Are you
can't-
talking about
Heavenly Sword.
God Hand?
No, Heavenly Sword.
It is Heaven. It is Heavenly
It was
Sword.
Heavenly Sword.
Yeah, it was Heavenly Sword.
Okay.
Oh man, that game.
Yeah, that was the one that was like rated teen, and I was like, I didn't understand why it was rated teen, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I like Heavenly Sword, so I'm looking forward to this one. And they the one that made the Devil May Cry also.
Fuck those guys. It was such a good game.
The
Yeah.
first three were on point. The fourth one, I was just kind of like, meh. And then
The
the
fourth one
reboot.
was great. You have to appreciate the way Dante played everything up. That was
You
fantastic.
said the first one?
The fourth one.
one.
The fourth one? Okay.
And then the remake was actually a really good game.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed the reboot.
They were just
DMC.
they were just kind of douches about like
Oh, they would
Dante's
get.
appearance.
Oh man, they would just give out like shots to everybody. Remember the part when they had the white hair like fly on them?
Yeah,
he
the
looked
mop
in the mirror
or
and he's
whatever.
like, yeah, he's like, oh nah, this would never be it. I would never be in white. Like they kind of like did some funny parts. in
He's
it.
like not. I think he said not in a million years.
yeah.
Yeah, feel like that.
Like boy,
But I
have
actually,
disrespect.
I think that was the first time I ever like pay for like DLC for like actually just to get his hair.
Yeah. Yep.
But
same
when he
here.
did the cutscenes, the hair was off. It was back to his like black hair. But when you're in game, it had a white hair.
Do you guys remember the game Asura's Wrath?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That game was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game.
Yep.
They should do a like a second chapter to that or something.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, it'd be
That
pretty
you don't have to pay for the real ending.
Yeah.
The battles in there, like they legitimately cut the moon in half with a fucking sword. Like, jeez, that game was great.
All right. So, anybody else play Destiny 2 beta?
Nah.
I did.
So, is it just
I
me and
tried
Rain?
to, but
up
it
right
was
now.
closed by the time I tried to get it.
Oh, it's closed?
Well, I couldn't download it by the time I tried to get it.
So I think it's about to be available tomorrow for everybody.
That might be why.
No, it should have been available, like, because I didn't pre-order it, and I was able to play it for the past 2 days.
Mm.
Oh,
What
okay.
do you think?
Well, yeah. You got anything specific, or can I go ahead?
So 'cause I know you about to get your long rant and stuff out of the way. So my quick, what I really think about it, I feel like it's a DLC to the first one, but I do like that this one seems like it's gonna be a better story. The voice acting is on point. The graphics is a lot better than the first one. And it seems there's going to be a reason, and it's probably going to build up from the beginning on what you did in Destiny 1 into this one because of what happened. I'm not going to spoil what the beta was. I want other people to play it. But I think the ending of the beta is going to pretty much make a new beginning, if you want to say that. Yeah, you can go ahead and say what you want to say.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with you. Like, it definitely feels like a DLC. Now I will say it's definitely it's definitely an extravagant DLC. Like the graphics is updated. They've altered like the way that some of the powers work.
It's just
like,
a beta though.
So on and so forth. I know it's just a beta, but still, based off of that, like you can kind of get an idea of how the rest of the game is going to play. Like they're not going to change the format very much. They just kind of gave you a snippet of what they had going.
Yeah, you gotta remember, this is not an alpha. This is a beta. So this is pretty much like what you're gonna get in the game, minus some tweaks here and there, as far as like tech wise.
You got to think like during the alpha period and all that, the game they had it made, and then they were testing for like bugs and things. Now it's more along the lines of network connectivity and like bandwidth issues and stuff like that. Like it's more about like the multiplayer experience as a whole and how it affects the game, not necessarily how the game runs. But yeah. Anyway, long story short is it definitely feels like a Destiny DLC, but it was really fun. Like you said, like the story, like it captivated me like right from the beginning. I'm like, man, like this is actually serious now. I'm getting motivated to play.
See,
and then the mission ended. I was pissed. But
see, the thing is, I actually understood this this story. I still have no idea what went on in Destiny 1. Like, can somebody can somebody explain to me what actually happened in Destiny 1?
Initially what happened in Destiny 1 was Peter Dinklage was doing all the voiceovers, right? And whatever. And they was like, nah, we need God in this bitch. So they called him Nolan North. And the rest is history.
Wow, thanks for that. Can always count on you.
What, Nolan North isn't the voiceover god, or is he not?
No, he is.
Right.
He is.
Oh, God, you guys.
Hey, that dude is almost, he's in like, he gotta be in at least like 500 games.
Yeah.
Let's look up his credentials.
But I think I do have it pre-ordered. I think it's going to be a better game.
Yeah, I also agree with you. I'm definitely looking forward to getting into it.
Yeah, I just can't play with the fanboys because they be putting in hours. Like Brigitte, that dude would be putting in hours. Then he just always tells you like about the game. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get the experience myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna play through all like the story missions and everything on my own. But when I'm ready to put in work and get like some of the better geared shit, then I'll play with them.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the best way to do it. Or if it's one of those harder modes where I need somebody, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, just like, hey, help me out, brother.
Yeah. Of course, he's gonna always jump in because he loves that game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, when we was lining up for quarters, I don't even think we were even talking about the game. We just mentioned it about the beta. That he just came over there, like he switched spots.
I noticed that.
He switched spots.
I noticed he switched spots. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And I was thinking like, maybe he's uncomfortable or something. Like I was just like, oh, like nah. He legitimately came over because we was just mentioning beta.
Okay, so I can't give you an exact number because this is too much and I'm illiterate. But the first game he did a voice for was in 1999, Interstate 82.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. Oh, right down your. Not them.
What?
No, I was saying
game stuff.
Oh.
It looks like it's a fucking like a vehicle shooter. Like, yeah, it's a vehicular combat game. Now I have to go back and play that game.
Just because he's in
Interstate 82. Prepare to get your car destroyed.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know this dude was in Assassin's Creed games.
Who?
Nolan North.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
Who the fuck did he voice?
I don't know exactly who. It just said that he did voices in Assassin's Creed.
Wait,
Wow.
Assassin's Creed?
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, this dude's been in.
So, to put this in perspective, he was doing voiceovers before some of these kids have graduated high schools were born. That just graduated high school were born. Yeah. So.
Well, all right.
It's lit.
So he's also did animation also.
Yeah, he's done like a lot of Justice League stuff and whatnot.
I'm not even talking about Justice League. I'm talking about like Kung Fu Panda, Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Nolan North been putting in some work, man.
Jeez, Curious George. Jeez.
Yeah, Have you not like looked up on Wikipedia?
No, I never.
Whatever, like his.
I never looked up this guy. Jeez.
Yo, this dude is the video game voiceover god, like literally.
Yeah.
He's everywhere, been all over the place. He's got all the experience points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's definitely the god.
He's a god.
Oh man, nah, but yeah, it's pretty legit, man. He's pretty legit.
Also, I want to shout out the Jack Moving Hard 8 too for getting their beef all over with, coming together.
Yeah, I heard they was beefing. I haven't seen their videos yet.
Yeah, I seen them. That's why I don't take sides. I just let it play out. I'm glad they become the bigger man.
Hey, yo, fuck the free world.
Wow. Oh my God. All right.
So next topic. I don't even know where I got this from, but somebody was talking about what do you prefer, whether it's on PC or consoles. Would you prefer 4K 30? I think there's more of a console questioning than a PC, because PC you're always going to want the best quality. But we'll start with consoles first and then get to PC. Well, actually, we start with PC. That'll take a lot quicker to talk about. On PC, would you prefer 1440p, 144, or 4K 60, or 4K 30? If you had that capable PC.
Is that a real question?
Yeah, I mean,
like, if you had, all right. So right now, my shit's probably capable of like maybe 4K 30, maybe, and it wouldn't be ultra settings. Like, I don't want that. I want to be able to run ultra settings. So, if I have the capability, fuck yeah, 4K.
But 60 what you have right now, what would you rather be, 4K 30 or 1440p 144?
1440p.
1440p 144, most def with what I got now.
All right, so that would be my this case. If I had like a 1080 Ti, I would prefer 4K 60. But the problem is why I haven't updated to the 1080 Ti, and why I won't update is until they get the 4K HDR. Like, you guys do not realize how much the HDR really makes a difference. Like, I didn't think it would make a difference, but it really makes a difference. Pooh, you was at my house.
Yeah.
When we was playing Justice 2.
Yeah, it definitely makes a huge fucking difference.
Yeah, I was like,
it's a completely different game, or almost a completely different visual game, at least.
Yeah,
like that shit is fucking dumb. And that was a game that isn't even like, it wasn't made to be like, hey, look at the new 4K stuff going on that we got. Like, it wasn't even about that. It was just like, hey, we got a game, and it just looks infinitely better.
Yeah, and then playing Horizon Zero Dawn, that was another game that it looked good, even like because I played on my 1440p monitor. It looked good playing at 1080p, upscale to 1440p, but just playing it at 4K HDR enabled, man, that it looked a lot better. Like, I did not realize HDR was that good.
Oh yeah, it's actually inspired me. Like, I'm gonna get a new TV so I can start playing. I already got a PS4 Pro on the way. Just got to get that TV, but man,
and that's why I'm looking forward to Xbox One X, because I really want to see what the Xbox is going to look like, because it's going to have the best multiplayer as far as PlayStation and Xbox. So I'm actually looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
All right. All right. Does anybody else got anything? I know Chris don't play on PC.
Don't hate.
All right. Nothing. All right. So now we're gonna get to consoles. So on console, this happens a lot where you have 4K 30, and a lot of developers are making 4K 30 instead of 1080p 60. So I want to know, when you're playing your console, which one would you rather play at?
30 frames or 60 frames?
Yep, 4K 30 or 1080p 60.
Oh,
1080 60.
I guess it depends on the game. So like if it's like so in the case like with Destiny 2, if you're gonna be playing 4K, it's gonna be locked at 30 because obviously like or apparently the PS4 Pro can't put out in the same way that like the Xbox can, I guess, or whatever. Not I don't know the specific science to it, but the idea there is that that you're not going to be able to get the same experience trying to play at 60 frames per second. Like it's just not going to happen. So if that's the case, and generally across the board they run all the games like that I would play for multiplayer purposes, then fuck it, I'd do the 4K 30. Like I don't really care that much. If I want to get a game for like that extra like 60 frames per second, like crispness, then I would just get it on PC and it would be something else other than a multiplayer game. Like a first-person shooter multiplayer game, at least.
So for me, I'm a little bit the same way. It depends on the game. If it's like a action adventure, I would prefer 60. Shooters, I would prefer 60. Anything else, I can do with 30. But this is the thing that I think why they chose to make 4K 30 is because when you talk to like casuals, they don't know the difference between 30 frames and 60 frames, but they do know the difference between 4K and 1080. And I think that's more what it is. It's all about marketing. Is you're marketing the 4K and the 1080p, saying 4K is better than 1080p. Vice 30 frames is better than 60 frames. Because casuals don't know, they don't care. They want to see what the prettiest game is going to be.
Yeah,
and that's why I think like the HDR, even though they say they marketing the HDR aspect, but they not like pushing it out as the next greatest thing because casuals don't care.
Yeah, casuals don't. Yeah, they don't. It's kind of weird, but they don't really know what they want.
Yeah.
I feel like at least.
That's true. I mean, if you just say, "Hey, this is the most powerful console," or "This is the cheapest console," that's pretty much what's going to sell. That's how they're going to look at it. What's the cheapest? What's the strongest? All right.
It's a shame.
Yeah. All right. So, anybody got else to say about that?
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
So, gonna get to our question of the day for military question. What was your best military game ever?
Military style game?
Yep.
Final Fantasy VII.
Fuck
What
out
the?
here.
Hey, at that.
A military.
Shinra.
Technically, he's not wrong.
I know.
My God.
You would have to say that though.
I'd say probably like at least one of my more favorite ones that like I played a lot would probably be Command and Conquer. The Command and Conquer series.
Any particular one?
My favorite would probably be Red Alert 2. Or no, Red Alert, I think it was like Revelations or something like that. But Red Alert and Red Alert 2 were both good.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
Delta Force, the Delta Force, the Delta Force series for PC back in the 1990s. Best military game ever.
You really love those games, don't you? Those type of games.
The only reason why I really liked it, or it stands out in my mind, was because it had a level creator, and I put a bunch of and they just fought each other.
Oh, okay.
That was the only reason why. The game itself was kind of meh at best, but still.
All right.
Best game ever.
So mine is a tie. And it's a tie because it's one of them is because it was my most fun, and the other one is because it's the most time I put in. So most fun was Modern Warfare 2, whereas the most time I put in was SOCOM 4.
Oh man, I forgot about
SOCOM. Yeah, I totally did. You played the first ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Online.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god, that was such an experience.
Yeah,
It changed everything.
It did change everything. I was like, I didn't realize you could do stuff online like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's funny trying to explain that to my parents.
But the most I played was even online. While I was on the ship, we had a whole bunch of SOCOM tournaments on the ship, and we would just like back in the hub days. We just use a hub, plug everybody's PlayStation into it, and just play from there.
Oh, and by the way, mine is actually Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighters.
Really?
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
That's really specific.
It's really good, man. I enjoyed the story. Multiplayer was really good.
All right. All right, so now get to our last topic. So I was scrolling through, trying to find topics, and then I came across this article from GameStop. It was their list of 10 out of 10 reviews that they put. So I was looking through there. I was looking through their list, and I was kind of a little bit disappointed. So I wanted to talk about that during this podcast and see, what do you think deserved a 10 out of 10, and what do you think didn't?
The Witcher 3.
I thought that. I read that.
Honestly, I don't.
Some of them do.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me go ahead and share this real quick. All right. So, Legend of Zelda. I was not surprised by that. I haven't finished the game, but so far I think it deserves a 10 out of 10. Just of what I've played.
Wait. So, do you think it deserves a 10 out of 10 because the name of the game, or because the actual game? Because a lot of people give Zelda a lot more credit than it deserves just because it is a Zelda game. But if this was not a Zelda game, do you think it would still get a 10 out of 10?
No, I don't.
See, this is the thing. I haven't played Zelda since the very first one on NES. So I cannot answer that. Because I have not played any of it. You say you don't think it is?
No, I don't think it would have got a 10 out of 10 if it didn't have Legend of Zelda in the front of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have got a really high score, but it wouldn't have got a 10.
Breath of the Wild, I feel like, you know what? I mean, like, the game is really fun.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I don't know. That's kind of tough. If they gave Metal Gear Solid, I can see why they gave The Legend of Zelda. I can kind of understand that.
The name attached to it.
We're gonna get to that one. But Legend,
it's on that list. I remember.
So you guys don't say.
Based off of me playing it and how I feel about it, I mean, it's fun and addicting. You can get sucked into it. There's
Absolutely,
a lot of
but there's so much more they could have done with that
huge.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like it's a PS4 title. It's a Switch title. There's only so much that cartridge is going to put out.
Oh no, I'm talking about with Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh,
no, yeah, we're not talking about that yet.
Oh,
We're talking about Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
Or
Legend of
is it
Zelda,
is in addition to the platform that it's on. Most people are like gushing over it because they can bring it wherever the hell they want to, and it's a full console experience.
Yeah, it's a full. The reason that Breath of the Wild is so good is because of the entire package. Because it's a Zelda game, because it's on the Switch, and the Switch is transportable the way it is. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like playing Zelda on the air, like playing an RPG on an airplane, and I'm not pulling out my laptop. Like, that doesn't happen very often. You know what I mean? Like a full on like Skyrim-esque, like huge world, like yeah, like that game is full. It's fully loaded. It's a full like RPG experience, and you can take it anywhere you want. So I can see why they gave it a high score. 10 out of 10. I mean, like, I don't know. There's things that I don't like about it, but I wouldn't necessarily say those are things that are wrong. So I guess that's a fair. I guess it's fair.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I don't think it's. I think it can be a 10 out of 10. There is definitely some flaws, but the amount of flaws does not equate to it dropping its score. Maybe it's like that at the end of the game once I finish it. But my first impressions of it is a very good game. I have nothing to complain about. It's actually more difficult than I thought it was going to be, which I like. There is some difficulty. So, I mean, it's a good game.
Yeah.
About Uncharted 4. So I would like to talk about this first. So,
do you, boo boo? Do you?
Uncharted 4, the story was great, but the fucking multiplayer, there is no way they graded that multiplayer, because that when it first came out, that multiplayer was trash. Like they had to,
4?
huh?
Uncharted 4 multiplayer was pretty bad in the beginning, yeah.
So I don't think they couldn't have like graded the multiplayer with the story. The story wasn't even a 10 out of 10 to me. As much as I like Uncharted series, Uncharted 4 seemed like it was tacked on with the brother. It seemed like it was something that they just like, you know what, we have nothing else to talk about, so let's just say that he had a brother. Brother was never mentioned in any other Uncharted game until this one.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. Coincidentally. I mean, did it fit well? Yes, it definitely fit well, but yeah.
But 10 out of 10 fit well. I love Uncharted, but
I would give it a pass just because they played it off very well and it was convincing. All right, you can't deny, like, it was very convincing the way it all played out, how the origin story of it, how it just so happened. I mean, that's really coincidental, but it just so happened he's ready to hang up, escape, and then his brother come out of nowhere. It was perfect. It was too perfect. It was like movie-esque perfect. Like,
oh God, a video game can't have a movie plot. Ooh.
No.
I mean, it kind of felt like it did. It felt like I was playing through a movie. I'm not gonna lie. In the end, like, dang, I don't want to spoil it. I mean, by this point, you should have been played it. But in the end, I thought that like it was it. That was it. That was gonna be the end for Drake. I was like, this is gonna be it right here.
Yeah.
Just like this is the last time he fucked up. He shouldn't have did it. I was just waiting for it to happen.
I'm actually surprised they didn't kill him off.
Yeah, me too.
Like how most games do.
Spoiler.
Hey, this game been out for years.
If you haven't
For
finished
years?
Well, a year. If you haven't played this game yet, when it's one of those,
I didn't plan on playing it, honestly.
Well, you're an Xbox fanboy. We understand.
I'm not an Xbox fanboy.
Well, fan.
And you're also a boy.
I'm a grown ass man.
Finn.
Nobody ain't raised no boy.
I'm a real boy.
Raised men.
All right. Anybody else? What about you, Michael? You played it, right?
Yeah. I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it. But the thing is, I judged Uncharted as a series. like all of them together, and all I feel like I can't really just say that one of them was like to sit there and say that, oh, this one definitely is a 10. I don't think of them as solo games. I think of them as like, okay, this entirety. Like I think the entire Uncharted series was really good, and that's why I'm like, sure, I'll go ahead and give it a 10. As by itself, it was okay, but I guess by 4 times playing the game, you kind of, I don't know. I have mixed feelings, but I'll go with it.
I'm sorry. You got to think. You've played the same exact type of game for 4 games in a row, and you still ran all the way through it, completely engaged. Think about that. Like that doesn't just happen.
See,
you know what I mean?
I told you I I still have not finished Uncharted 3, even though I'm playing that. Actually, I've played that this morning, Uncharted 3, just so I could try to finish Uncharted 3. I still cannot like get myself to finish Uncharted 3.
Dang,
Is
man.
it bad or?
Well, so I'm not playing on PS3 no more. I made it to the sand level, whichever. I think that's like the ending of the game, and I died so many freaking times that I just like, that was one of those rage quits where I just, you know what, just quit.
So you know how like when the plane crash or whatever, you walking through the desert and then you get to that little town, but it's full of dudes, and then you just are like running in circles trying to survive because there's guys everywhere trying to kill you.
Yeah, with RPGs everywhere.
Yeah, that's
everyone
not
has
the end of the game.
I don't know where play. That's like, that gotta be like somewhere at the end.
I mean,
I've
it's
been
close.
playing that for a while.
It's close, but it's not the end, man. There's still a lot of like story stuff going on left.
I'm gonna get to that point again on the PS4. I could just play it on PS3 because I still have it on the PS3, but I'd rather just play it on PS4 since I already beat 1 and 2 again on PS4. But we'll see. 10 out of 10. The story maybe, but they didn't. I can tell they didn't add.
And I don't understand why they with that game specifically, they grade the multiplayer separately.
Yeah.
From the story.
Yeah, I don't like.
Because typically they rate games as a whole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is true.
Naughty Dog, they paid that money. I don't know. All right, so next one, Metal Gear Solid 5, which definitely, well, actually, if they would have played the rest of the game, probably it would never been a 10 out of 10. But because they was only able to play the first 30 missions and not the rest of the game, and then give out a review score before the rest of the game came out, that's why I think it was a 10 out of 10.
Because like after the like main story or whatever, when you had to go in, spoiler, when you had to go in with your team and they got infected, and they were just saluting you, and I was like, no, I can't do this. Pow, pow, pow. And I was like, yes. Yeah, it was tugging at the heartstrings. It's like, damn, man, this dude inspires that much loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, I think it was a great game, but it was such a big game, and there was, all you can do is like capture the outpost, or whatever, and there weren't any real like side quests, you know.
Yep.
The world didn't feel alive at all.
No, it was literally objectives that you had to accomplish.
Exactly.
But it definitely, I really did enjoy the stealth in that game, and I think more stealth games should follow suit. Like if they make another Splinter Cell game, which they probably are, they need to take some tips from that as far as stealth.
Yeah, the stealth was on point. It was fun, at least. It was very fun. But as far as a 10 out of 10, man, I don't know about all that.
Definitely.
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no.
I'd say like 7 out of 10 lowballing. 8 out of 10 is probably where I'd sit.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite games of that year, honestly, too.
Mm. Yeah, definitely no 10 out of 10. All right.
Yeah.
What about Journey, which I have not finished yet?
No, Journey is like 2 hours long. I do not think Journey deserved the 10 out of 10.
Well,
I mean,
you got to remember they
Because I
don't.
don't feel like it's an actual game. I think it's just an experience that you should experience.
But you
a
got to
10 out of
remember.
10 experience.
Yeah, you got to remember.
There's no challenge in it.
But you got to
there's a
remember.
story.
Like games like this, Inside, Limbo, Brothers, A Tale of Two Brothers, whatever it's called.
Two
Don't-
sons.
Huh?
It was Brothers.
Two sons.
Yeah. So you got to remember those type of games are rated differently from like your AAA games because it's just an experience.
I guess.
So for that genre, yes, I think it deserves a 10 out of 10. Even though I still haven't beaten it, which I feel bad that I haven't beaten it.
Honestly, you can't say you think it deserves a 10 out of 10 until you beat it, because that's
true.
why it gets such great scores. Honestly,
True. You're right. Actually, I might beat that tonight. Fuck it.
you definitely have time. It
Yeah.
takes like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it is a pretty short game, but it's a good experience, especially like my favorite thing about that game is like just randomly exploring and figuring stuff out. And then you just randomly see another dude just come out of nowhere and like his cloak
Start nay-naying and shit. Like, yeah, my favorite part was the nay-nay part.
No, fool.
The whip, nay-nay.
No. But like they show up, their cloak is way longer than yours because they've been through like the whole game, maybe more than once, got like a bunch of secrets and stuff. And then they just kind of like let you lead the way, and then they help you accomplish what you need to do. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like it felt, and then they would just disappear, just be gone. Like out of nowhere. Like they were there 1 minute, the next moment they're gone, just like a little helping hand. Like, and it was a live thing. It was an actual other player. That's what drove the experience. That's what made it the journey. Because you're literally on a journey, but you're like having these encounters as you go. That shit blew my mind back when I first played it. Like, and then when I started helping people and trying to get them to figure stuff out, then when they finally figured it out, they're trying to be all like, like helpful to me and stuff. And but the crazy thing is you could not exchange any information. There was no talking, nothing. It was literal just drop in, drop out instantaneously. So you would have a literal complete random, and they could be the best person in the world or the worst person in the world for you. But every single person I played with, they always were helpful. It's just the nature of the game. Like you're trying to experience the journey, and other players like just know that they are either already experienced it or they're going through it right then and there, and you're helping them. Like that's. It was it was well done. It was well put together. I definitely say 10 out of 10 for that experience.
What about well, maybe I'm biased, but Witcher 3 definitely 10 out of 10. Best game ever.
Yeah, definitely 10 out of 10. No question about it. That was one of the most complete games ever.
Yep.
Yeah, ever.
I still from time to time go back and play Witcher 3.
You know, I just restarted Witcher 3 just for the hell of it. Just because I just wanted to play it again.
And that's the thing, like the Witcher 3, like the whole story, it's just so big.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. Wow, thanks for that. But there's so much going on. You know what I mean? Like it's very broad. There's a lot of side stories. The missions actually mean something. Mm-hmm. It's never just like some random bullshit. It all ties into something.
Yeah, even the side stories have a meaning to it also, which I like.
Yeah. It's just very well put. And some of the side missions that you can optionally do will affect like the main story. Mm-hmm. So it's like man, like it's all well done. The whole world, like running around, it just feels alive. Like it feels like just well established. Like there's rules in the world that exist, and you're like operating in this world within those rules. Like like you got like the witch hunters, like they're patrolling whatever cities, and like obviously, like, you can't just like do things, like, you feel like a part of it. Like, all right, I'm not gonna just run around killing all the civilians because I'm probably gonna get murdered by all these fuckers or hunted all day. And then like the stories reflect, or the missions reflect that presence, and like, it was just a completely well done game.
Hey, so what was you guys' favorite side quest in The Witcher 3?
Witcher 3, mine. I forgot what the lady was. She's one of the. I don't know if she was a witch, and you had the option of either killing her or just letting her go because she was killing some.
Kira?
Maybe that's her name. I can't remember the
Kira?
name.
Yeah, I think so.
But you had the option. I ended up just killing her, just because she killed like the family.
Killed what family? Wait.
She killed some family. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what was her name.
Are you talking about the one that went to the tower?
Did she go?
Where you have to go to the island and go on the tower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you have to come.
Oh, at the top of the tower, the chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a wraith.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay. My favorite one came from Blood and Wine, where you had to go find the statue's ball sack, and it turns out like some old guy was using it because it was keeping him hard to bang some other dude's wife, and the other dude comes in and is like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Wow. I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy."
That is some fucking. Wow.
He was like, my side chick got pregnant by a main dude, and I'm offended. And I was like,
Wow.
2 chains.
Yeah, I'd say probably my favorite was from fucking Hearts of Stone. I'd like that whole Hearts of Stone storyline with the mayor dude or whatever. Like that whole adventure was just like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
It was really good, but it was like really messed up. But then Blood and Wine came out afterwards and just like did all types of crazy things. But I still like that one. I thought it was good.
All right, next one was Bayonetta 2. So
yeah, Bayonetta 2 was fucking great. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 specifically because I felt that the story was just so fucking out there that it was just confusing at points. You know?
Do you think Bayonetta 2 got their score because of
titties?
Nah, well, because of that, but do you think they got it because that was like one of the few games they had on Wii U at the time?
No, I do true. I honestly kind of agree with that one, but I don't know. Bayonetta 2 is one of my favorite games, but
Bayonetta 1 wasn't even that good.
Bayonetta 1 was fucking great. I was super excited for Bayonetta 2.
I did not like Bayonetta 1 like that.
I enjoyed the story of Bayonetta 1 more than I enjoyed the story of Bayonetta 2. But Bayonetta 2 was so outlandish or whatever that at one point I was confused of what was really going on, like, which I shouldn't have been. It was just like so many things like going on the screen at once. I was just like, who is this dude? And why am I fighting him? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can't really speak of it because I never played it. Of course, I don't have a Wii
I mean, I have it on my Wii U if you guys want to borrow my Wii U.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, I won't fuck with that. We don't speak of that console. Yeah, we ain't talking about that console. Wii who?
Is Michael still here?
Yeah, he probably got it muted doing something else.
He's probably rage quitting as we speak.
So
you guys fucking suck. My team sucks. I can't play this anymore.
So Grand Theft Auto 4.
No, that did not deserve a 10 out of 10. Like, the reason why I don't think Grand Theft Auto 4 deserved a 10 out of 10 is because it was so gloomy and like the people called you so often that it got so annoying. And honestly, there wasn't that much to do in that game
I mean,
as compared to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
so I think I skipped 4. I think the last one before that was San Andreas. I'm trying to remember. Cause I can't
San
really
Andreas
remember.
was way bigger than
San Andreas was bigger than what? Liberty City? Or I mean, Grand Theft Auto 4?
yeah, it definitely was. I think San Andreas up to that point was the biggest Grand Theft Auto game.
You said San Andreas. So,
Yes, up to Grand Theft Auto 4, San Andreas was the biggest one.
So would you say Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto 4?
Would deserve a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5, of course.
5. There's
So
no doubt about it. 5
So I
is
was
just
surprised that Grand Theft Auto 5 didn't get a 10 out of 10, honestly.
What did it get?
I don't know. This is GameStop, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I disagree with Grand Theft Auto 4 wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I don't think that deserved a 10 out of 10.
All right, so what about Soul Calibur, which was on the Dreamcast?
The original Soul Calibur?
Yep.
Oh, I think Soul Calibur 3 was the best one.
So I've only played the first 2. What was the third one on?
It was on PS2 and Xbox, I believe.
Okay. All right, I spent.
Hold on, let me check. I wanna check.
Yeah, I missed a lot of games. PS2 era, beginning of PS3 era.
Yeah, PS.
'Cause
Yeah,
Soul Calibur
PS2 had so many games that you were just like, yeah, it got overwhelming.
Yeah, Soul Calibur was the shit back in the day.
Soul Calibur.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind a remake of Soul Calibur.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 3 was PS2.
Okay. All right, Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Super Mario Galaxy 2 was really good. I never beat that game.
I never even played it, so.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, it was big. It was like a longer game, and a long Mario game just doesn't sit very well with me, you know, because it felt like I was just doing the same thing over and over again.
Was this a 3D game
it was
or was
diverse.
it a 2D?
It's a 3D game.
So is it kind of like Odyssey, or is it something different?
No, it's so it's set in space. It's Mario in space.
Mario in space. What the?
Yeah.
All right. Nope, that's all I need to know.
So it was a dope game, though. It was really dope, but.
All right, so this is one of my favorites. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Nope.
What? That game
Nope.
was the shit.
Nope. I think a lot of games get perfect scores because of fucking bias, honestly.
Pro Skater was the shit.
Pro Skater 3 was on point.
Tony
Hawk Underground was better than that.
Nah.
Nah.
Pro Skater 3 was the best.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Tony on that one. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. It was pretty good. 10 out of 10 though. I don't know. Maybe for back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah, it has so many things that right now this day it wouldn't hold because the graphic was shit compared to now.
Yeah, most definitely.
But the amount of things you could do, like all the combos you could do in that game, oh man, that was shit.
Yeah.
Chrono Cross though,
Chrono
Tony
Cross.
Hawk Pro Skater 4.
Anybody play Chrono Cross?
No, I never did.
I don't think I did. Yeah, Pro Skater 4 was my favorite one.
Mm.
I had it for Game Boy Advance. I used to play the hell out of that.
Yeah. So Chrono Cross. Actually, I just downloaded this on Steam. I just forgot about that. I haven't played it yet.
Chrono Cross.
Yeah.
And what made you download that?
It was one I looked at. Some gameplay looked pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
I think that was a good movie.
Yeah, the cutscenes in that game were fucking insufferable. Oh my god.
Yo, like, have you seen like somebody like did a compilation of all the cutscenes? That shit was like 9, 8 hours long, 12 hours, something like that.
Jeez, man.
Of just cutscenes, longer than like 2-3 movies combined. Think about that.
Yeah.
Like that's
And the story in that was fucking weird. Liquid Snake took over fucking Ocelot's body through his arm transplant. What?
just don't ask questions. Just accept it. It's for the best.
If you wanted a sibling rivalry, why did you kill the sibling off in the first fucking game?
Yeah, I don't know. Man.
Jeez.
And the last one was The Legend of Zelda. I don't even know how to say that.
Ocarina?
Yeah, I never even played that.
You never played Ocarina of Time?
Didn't I tell you earlier that I only played the very first one and the latest one?
Boy.
It's kind of like mandatory. Like I feel like that game.
Ocarina of Time is probably like not arguably one of the best games ever.
Yeah, it just because of what it accomplished at its time, how well it played, and just like what it was. Like it was really well done.
But fuck Shadow Link and fuck the Water Temple.
Yeah, so yeah, the Water Temple is pretty fucking retarded.
So the Metacritic, I'm just looking at that, 99. Jeez.
Yeah, it was a really well put together game for its time, man. Like there wasn't really much that could compare to it. Like at the time, you know what I mean? You could be like, this is a better game than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like overall, like yeah, if you're not really into RPGs, I get it, but it has like action elements to it. You know what I mean? So
is that turn based?
And honestly, I was really bad at like
live action
tennis part.
Oh, okay. I might can play that then.
You remember in the final fucking boss fight where you had to play tennis with Ganondorf?
No, I didn't beat it, man.
What?
No, I didn't beat it. I used to play it over a friend's house.
Oh, okay.
The Water Temples, though, we definitely were playing them shits together.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's all GameStops. I didn't even. Damn, it's not even a big list.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Over a course of at least 20 years.
Yeah.
That's the only 10 out of 10s.
Mm.
And I feel like that's fair. There shouldn't be a list of 100 10 out of 10s.
Yeah. All right. So
why did Skyrim not get a 10 out of 10? Skyrim was perfect.
No.
Nah,
it wasn't perfect, man.
Yeah. It was super glitchy, but it was one of the best games I've ever played. I might start playing Skyrim again now. I actually have it on my Xbox now that I think of it.
Yeah, no.
I haven't played my Xbox in months.
What?
Yeah, I've been playing Persona 5 and like Nier Automata. I've been playing like all PS4 4 games.
Oh man, we gotta find us another Xbox guy.
No. I am still loyal to Xbox. Not every once in a while. Every other day, I'm still playing Forza Horizon 3 because I still haven't beaten it, but it's so good. And I do not like racing games unless it's Burnout. Speaking of, they should come out with a new Burnout. Here's a plug for Burnout. If you need some support or whatever, or somebody to start a GoFundMe or something for Burnout 5, take these nuts. I'm down. Let's do it.
What the? Wow.
All right.
Burnout 5 Whiplash. How does that sound as a title?
Wow. Wow. Chill out. All right.
Yeah, but hey, that was our last topic.
Hey, I got something real quick.
Yep.
Have you guys heard of Ready Player One?
No, what is it about?
So Ready Player One was a book way back in the day by Ernest something or other. But anyway, like it's essentially like the whole book was the story of this kid who like it was playing games hardcore or whatever not, and he went on an adventure to try and find this dude's last game. Right? There's a whole synopsis for it or whatever not, but back in the day, like it hit on all the general like video gaming tropes and shit like that. Like it touched on like just like all the different tropes from back in the day. This was like in like the I don't know, like the 80s or some shit. But anyway, they're making a movie, or they already made a movie. It's supposed to be coming out sometime this year, and it's called Ready Player One. I definitely recommend checking out the trailer because it's got characters like Duke Nukem in it. It's got like one of the old like racer bikes from one of the Atari games. Like it's just a mishmash of just like a bunch of different like genres, and like the whole idea is like you just got to watch it and see for yourself. But I definitely recommend checking that out. That's definitely a they're paying homage to like old school gamers, no doubt, like old original OG gamers.
Yeah, Squad.
I got it on the screen right now. Ready Player One. Okay.
Yeah, definitely look into it.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. Coming
And
out in
then,
2018.
I thought it was this year.
So, IMDb says 2018.
Oh, well, all the same. It's a gaming related thing. I definitely recommend checking it out. It should be pretty good. And then
did you guys hear about the guy who's paid like $41,000 to look like Squall from Final Fantasy VIII? It's like this Malaysian guy.
No.
Yeah, the guy like spent hella money, and he's like pretty popular in Malaysia now because he's having his surgery. But these surgeries or whatever. But if you look at this guy, he looks nothing like Squall. But it is a complete drastic change. He has like his skin is lighter and everything. But it's not. He doesn't look anything like Squall.
So in this trailer, is this like everybody's in VR?
So the way that this new one is set up, like I'm not exactly sure how the story is gonna play out. Like originally, like like so like it was like an experience along them lines where you have to find these 3 keys, and they would essentially unlock a door that would get you to the hidden final game from this super famous dude who just like played all the games, knew all the secrets, made games, all this stuff. Like this big dude, huge, like super popular. Like everybody was just on his nuts. And then he just hid these tidbits. It was supposed to be like a secret, like underground thing where like some people kind of knew about it, but other people just thought it was myth. But like it was a legitimate, like, hey, you find these 3 keys. These keys will open a hidden door somewhere in the world, right? Where you'll get access to the final game. And it was like these 3 keys like in various games or at various locations, and there's different hints scattered around. So like it was like a super in-depth, convoluted thing. In the books, at least. I don't know how they're gonna do it for the movie though.
Okay.
But it does seem like it's gonna be pretty interesting. Because the concept in and of itself of like, hey, this top tier player type dude, making video games, starring video games, whatever not, has hid these 3 keys to some unknown ultimate video game somewhere in the real world, and the only way you can get there is by finding the hints, playing different video games in random locations in the world and shit like that. Like, you have to be at a specific location at a specific time on a specific date to get a specific hint that leads you on further in the path. Like, it was super convoluted. It was really interesting though. I definitely recommend looking into it.
All right. All right, cool.
I got the keys.
All right, so does anybody else got anything?
A crying baby.
Yep. That means it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm Chris. It's nice being back. Great being black. Peace, love, skeet, and cheese.
What the fuck? Okay.
Of course. All right, Randy.
Hey, you already know what it is. Damon X22 getting it in on these video games. I'm out here.
You're out where?
All right, Michael, if you're
I'm
still there.
out over here.
Probably not here. Should go mess with him on Discord again.
He's either in Discord or sleep.
Yep. Well, this is Tony, the host. Check us out. Like I said, YouTube. We also do some live stream together every now and then. I'm still trying to get back into it. Yeah, but check us out. Facebook. Also SoundCloud. And check out
Hey, we're SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah. Also, check out Damon X22's YouTube channel. I don't know why he's still not putting more videos up.
I got a bunch of them saved. I just haven't put them up there yet.
Yeah, he needs to put some more up there.
I'm going to put some in there, man.
But yeah.
What a nerd.
Thank you guys for coming out, listening to us. Hey, we're back to our regular schedule. So 2 weeks, we should be back on here again. And hey, peace out.